Hello and welcome to a chip off the old block toys. This is Jeff and Greg here, and we are still building the Lego Ninjago City Markets, set number 71799. Like I said, this is part number 7, and we'll just go ahead and
Yep.
get started. How you doing,
You
Greg?
hope all right. You hopefully get finished with today.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we won't because we've got like 13 bags left. We're starting off with bag number 40 and 41 together, and here we go. And that's actually part of the reason I did not start off with the build so far as it's gotten so big it's hard to get it within the camera all by itself. Oh, I guess I need to switch over to comments. All right. So what'd you do today, Greg?
Went to work. Got got something to eat. Went to Walmart.
All righty. Well, I worked today too, and after work I mowed the back lawn, which it was so long I might have found a couple new cars on blocks back there. No, it wasn't that bad. Um, and then after I was done with the lawnmower, I loaded it up on the trailer, and my son Spencer and we took it an hour away to the repair shop because it's all messed up. I got to jump start it every time. So uh, and I called my father-in-law and I asked him what was the address of the house that Mrs. Chip grew up in because she lived in Pocatello for a couple years, and so he gave us the address, and we went by and we took pictures of it and we sent it to him, and he responded, "Hey, I remember that house. I painted it that color." I guess the house was pink before he painted it, and now it's a red and kind of a light gray. Anyway, okay. Well,
Uh,
for some reason, go ahead.
was Max head over heels with Spencer?
Oh yeah, Max has been pretty much with Spencer the whole time since he's been here. Oh, hello, Shauna. How you doing? How's your day going? And I don't think I did this right because no, I did not. It's not lining up. Okay, let me fix that. So yeah, we went by the old place, and anyway, it was nice. And Pocatello is about an hour away, so it was quite a long drive. In fact, I was kind of lightly freaking out that we may not make it back in time for the show, but we made it back. And Spencer had his job interview today, um, and I think it went really well. Um, he'll be working for a guy here in town doing construction work, and the guy does pretty much everything from additions, remodels to new builds to just whatever he can get, his hands on. So,
Hmm.
and Shauna says, so much better now that I'm off work. Well, awesome. Awesome. Same here. I'll agree with that statement all day long. Work was not rough today. It was just, well, when you're done with it, better, right? And I am looking at the pieces up here, and I didn't want to say I was short-handed because usually that's my mistake. But I'm looking up here, and well, I am short-handed. There is there is a piece missing, and unfortunately, I made the brilliant move, and actually, I was able to steal it from another bag. Um, might be able to get by without it, because I don't think we're gonna get that far today. So,
Uh,
and Mrs. Chip says hello, everyone, and Shauna says hello to Mrs. Chip. But no, it's work wasn't bad at all. Work was actually pretty relaxed today. Had a couple things to do and kind of went by fast. Plus the fact once Spencer was awake, we pretty much got to catch up and talk about everything under the sun.
Hmm.
Yeah, Shauna texted me earlier that she had Shauna drives some buses, and she was saying that she had a lot of passengers today, um, which I'm sure she's got some good stories about some odd ones, and I don't know if she can share those stories or not, but um, it's kind of the same reason I like talking to John, because John has that job where he answers customer service calls, and he's always got a good story or two about somebody who was a little bit off that called in. Now I see you don't lose your marbles, you lose your Legos. Yeah, I do. Oh, no. Don't. No. Windows is trying to update right now. No, you don't update right now. Yeah, I've lost a few Legos over time, mentally speaking. So, Greg, did you order those Lego sets you wanted to order, or they're not out yet? I can't remember.
Which one again?
The one that you said you wanted to buy and you were going to put the Corvette on hold for. I can't remember which one that.
The Concorde's not out yet.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
I'm not sure if I can get it on time though.
Well, you're on time as long as it doesn't go out of production.
I don't want to get it back ordered for a certain period of time.
Yeah, that happens too. The Hocus Pocus that I bought, that was on back order for a little bit. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to that before my surgery. I think that's just something it's just going to have to wait. I did make a video today. I can't tell you. Well, nah, I can't tell you what it is. Only because it'd ruin the surprise. But yeah, I've got enough videos that have been produced until like Monday. Good grief, that's a lot of people, she says. Now, Greg, I know you've been to Utah. Have you ever been out to Idaho?
No.
Okay. Well, Idaho is interesting because down where I live, I'm just across the border from Utah, and so the terrain doesn't change that much. It's pretty much like Utah, where it's a little bit wetter than Utah because Utah is straight desert. We're still pretty dry, but we're not quite a desert. But it looks about the same. You go about 30 minutes north of here, maybe not even that far, maybe only 20 minutes north, and all of a sudden you will see a whole bunch of lava rock everywhere. And it's really cool to see that stuff. Man. So Spencer and I are going to Brick Slopes. It's this coming weekend. I mean, not like today. Next weekend, a week from now. And like I've said before, I'm entering the Daily Bugle into that contest. That's there. They have many contests, but anyway, I entered it into the contest for city stuff. So we'll see how that fares. I'm a little bit anxious. This is the first time I've ever entered a Lego contest.
I might be going to San Antonio in December.
Oh, what's is that for Christmas or another occasion?
Another occasion.
Oh, what's going on?
I might be getting employee of the year.
Oh, well, that'd be awesome. Well, congrats early.
I might.
Yeah, I know. That's congrats early. I do hope you get it though.
Plus, oh, I'm sleepy.
Yeah, so am I. If it wasn't for Spencer in the car, I think I would have had a rough time coming home. Driving an hour there, hour back was, it was pretty rough, man.
Mm.
Then Spencer and I are gonna go help out our neighbor tomorrow morning early, and then if we have enough time, we're gonna go by and see my brother-in-law Steve, help him out with a couple projects. Actually, Spencer will be doing that part because I'm actually gonna just drop Spencer off, and I'm gonna keep going. Because whenever I go out that way, living out here, I'm a little over an hour away from a Walmart. So my sister living she's only like 10 minutes from Walmart. Um, Whenever I go out that way, I always try to stop at Walmart. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Gonna buy a whole bunch of Lego.
I wish. I need kitty litter. And just in case you're wondering, because I'm still wondering, if you throw a cat out of a moving car window, is that considered kitty litter?
Hmm. What does a pirate say when he's cold?
I don't know.
I shiver me timbers.
All right.
Get it?
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
That's pretty good, man.
Mm.
Okay, looks like I'm missing another piece. This has not been a good build. I shouldn't be missing pieces at all, but oh well. Yeah, so a week from now is our show in it's in Sandy, Utah, at Brick Slopes, and then um, at the end of September, I think it's Mock Fest in Boise, and then October will be Idaho Falls, which, if you remember from last year, I enjoy the Idaho Falls show because one of my aunts live in Idaho Falls, and I don't get to see her very often. So that show is always a treat because I stop and have lunch with her, and she's always been one of my favorite aunts because, well, Aunt Mickey's just awesome. She's always been the aunt that is not judgmental. She's got a great sense of humor. Okay. Shauna says you asked about stories about the buses. Remind me to tell you about Walmart and the buses sometime. Okay, I guess I did ask for it. So, all right. Yeah, I had Okay, so one of my favorite things. Now I can't give any names because it actually would be against HIPAA laws. But I do work for a hospital system, and uh, what I do is one of the things I do is every day our patient system talks to our AP system, and I get to see. I have to audit the refund files to make sure that everything that was sent over makes it into the system. And sometimes it doesn't. I mean, that's why I got to do that. Well, what's kind of funny is that I get to see patient names, and some of those patient names are, shall I say, sexually charged, even though it's somebody's name, because they're pretty odd. And that's about all I can tell you because I'm not allowed to tell you actually any names. And I wished I could because there was one this week that was very highly inappropriate. Anyway, but it is his name, so I guess it is appropriate. I don't know how we look at it, but if out of context, it would be very inappropriate. So how far is San Antonio from you?
About 5 hours west from me.
Okay. Now I have been to San Antonio, and I did like it there. Of course, this was, God, when was this? Jessica was 13, and now she was born in '99, so she's 24. Probably 11 years ago. It's been a while since I've been there, but I did enjoy my visit there. I stayed there for like 4 days.
That's where the Air Force Academy is.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I was there because my daughter was living there temporarily. And then she's also lived in Austin as well. And I think I told you about Austin. I got off the
Look,
plane. Go ahead.
that's Little California here.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And I remember stepping off the plane. One of the first people I saw, they had a T-shirt that said "Keep Austin Weird."
That's where most people from California are moving to here.
Yeah.
You know how crazy people from California are.
Well, I am from California originally.
I talk about the born and actually live their lives there.
Oh no, I did, Greg. I don't know if you know, I lived there from the age of, well, I was born there, and I moved away when I was 17. So, but no, I get what you're saying, Greg. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just put this aside because I'm not going to put it on there just yet. Okay, so we are done with that. We're going to jump to bag 42, and bag 42 starts off with a wheelchair, which I'll admit right now, I think Lego's wheelchairs are awesome, and I'm really glad they came out with this piece, or this little, yeah, I don't know what you call it, not pieces. Shauna says she was, oh, it's right. You were born in Southern California, if I remember right. It's been a while since we talked about that, but I do remember you mentioning that, Shauna. So I have a question about this little guy right here that goes in the wheelchair. Is he related to Michael Jackson? Because he only has one glove on. It's a black glove instead of a white one, but he's got the glove on, just one. It's Xavier chair. I don't know the reference to that. So we will do the continuing of this on Tuesday, another live stream, and I don't think, actually, I'm pretty sure I will not be doing a live stream next Friday because a week from today I will be at that show down in Salt Lake, and Spencer and I will be staying with my mom and dad. Um, so no, I won't. I will not be doing a live stream a week from today. Just to let you know. But I hope that we will have this done Tuesday's live stream.
Yeah. Any luck of finding a docs?
Finding what?
A Ninjago City docs?
Oh no, I did not. That guy that I was talking to, I never heard from him again. Because he, like I said, he was being really pushy, and I was feeling like it was scammy. And then I looked in my groups, and someone had accused him of running a scam because he was saying that supposedly what he was selling was so great and in demand that if somebody wanted it, they had to put a deposit on it, or else he was going to sell it to somebody else, is what he said. And the minute I heard that, and because I heard his name involved with some scams online in one of my other groups, I said nope. And I told him that, well, I'm sorry, I can't be coming down till the weekend time. Well, the weekend came and went, and I never heard from him. So, uh, and the other ones that are online are selling for $700 or more. So I don't think I'll be getting it. This guy had it for 500. So, and I'm
Or
sorry, Greg, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
or just or just or just resource all the pieces and minifigs and stickers for it.
Yeah, that is a way to do it. And I have heard of people doing that. In this case, I think I'm gonna just let it go because, to be perfectly honest with you, um, with my upcoming surgery, I just don't think I'm gonna be able to hold on to it the way like I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Okay, I did something wrong here, and I am trying to figure out what it is that I did wrong. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, I did not do anything wrong. Okay. I wonder where John is tonight. Come on, man. John. I talked to him earlier. He said he was going to be here. Oh, shoot. That's not even. Well, okay. This is like. Okay, this is getting really weird. Because I'm following the directions, but it doesn't look like it's working. Okay, well, that explains it, Shauna, because I have never seen X-Men. And the reason I never seen X-Men is it was against my former religion. I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't. I'm just playing around. But I used to like doing that, to be honest with you. When people at work would ask me to go do something, they all knew that I used to belong to the Mormon church, and so sometimes when I just didn't feel like doing something, even though it really wasn't against my religion, I would just say that to see what kind of reaction I would get. You should have seen the puzzled looks on people's faces. Like, they'd be like, "Hey, you want to go to the store with me?" No, man, that's against my religion. Is it really? Because a lot of people just think that religion's weird, which, without saying it, it is. But yeah, well, it's not weird. It's just unique. Let's put it that way. I'll be nice. I don't want to offend anybody. Um, but yeah, I used to tell them it's simple answers like, "Oh, that's against my religion," and then when they'd ask me about it, more about it, I would give them vague answers, and sometimes I'd really put them on. I had a guy, a truck driver, Bob, I used to work with, and Bob he was a nice guy, but let's just say intelligence wasn't a strong suit. Let's be nice. I don't want to call him a name. I'll just say wasn't a strong suit. And I remember this guy used to bother me all the time, and he used to say stuff to me like, "Oh yeah, Mormons have more than one wife," and um, I'd always try to explain to him how we really don't. And I just got tired of it because he kept asking, kept saying it, and finally one time he was like, "Yeah, Carter, how many wives you got?" And I was like, "I got 6." And he's like, "Really?" And he gets real serious with me. He's like, "Really? How do you do it, man?" And I said, "Oh, it's easy." I said, I have 3 of them that work full time, and they go to work and they pay for the other 3. And he was like, "Oh my goodness, he's like, that's so genius. I can't believe that works." And I was just dying inside because it's like, dude, I don't do any of that. But he wouldn't leave me alone about it, so I decided to tease him one day, and he took it a little too serious. Hey, Yolo, how you doing, man?
Mormons are not allowed to drink either, right?
Yeah, they don't. Um, I've never been a drinker, but that's not for religious reasons. That's because my grandmother was an alcoholic, and that turned me off. Um, so yeah, and Yolo, I agree with you. Hey, want to go to the Mega Block store? No, it's against my religion. Well, yeah, currently it is against my religion because I worship a new thing. But anyway, I'm just I'm just joking around, man. Actually, I know some people that use Mega Blocks. Like if they're building a giant mountain, they'll use it as a filler on the inside because it's cheaper than using Lego. And to be honest with you, I guess that'd be okay. I don't think I'd be against something like that.
What's that dog barking at?
Oh, is that one of your dogs or?
One of my grandma's dogs.
Oh, okay. Holy shoot. I totally missed something. Yeah, I did. Okay, well, let me go back and finish this up. Uh, just one of us is more than enough. I'll admit, I feel sorry for anyone who deals with me. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna. If I understand anything, and I can't say that I understand women, okay, but I did grow up with 4 sisters. So do I maybe have a slight edge? Maybe, but then again, maybe not. Yeah, whatever. The jury's still out on that one. All right, let's see. Oh, all my neighbors are Mormons. It's so odd, but they can bake hella stuff. Yeah, Hawaii Mormons. I've heard that Hawaii Mormons are different. I've actually known a couple.
And they love their Jello too.
They're Jello. Yeah, they do. And they also like their funeral potatoes, as they call them.
Mm.
That's one thing. Okay, look, just because I no longer attend that church, I don't tend to like bash them. I live in a town that's mostly LDS, but I'm respectful because I understand it does something for them. It helps them get through their daily lives. That's why they do. That's why they worship. That's why they do what they do, and I respect that. The same way that I respect any other religion, because honestly, the reason people belong to a religion is because the belief system does something for them and helps them through life. So who am I to disrespect somebody else's decision on what helps them get through their day-to-day life. Just as long as they don't like, where I cross the line is where they if they get really pushy about it, then I don't want to hear it. But that's what I'm trying to say, is that the neighbors I have here, they know I don't go to church and they don't bother me about it. And they're still respectful. They still invite me over for dinner. I still have a good relationship with my neighbors. So um, as long as that stays that way, I'm okay with it. And I will never disrespect um, or tell them they're wrong for what they do. You do you, and I do me.
You like Mormon Jello?
It's okay. I've had it so many times. I think I'm sick of it. Because my mom and dad still um practice their religion. So, and that's another reason that I'm respectful for it, because I don't want to disrespect my parents just because I feel differently. Um, and yes, my mom makes the Jello all the time. And yeah, it's kind of gross though, because my mom does the sugar-free stuff because she's diabetic, and that sugar-free Jello, ugh, no thanks, man. But I did have a good visit with my mom this week. Um, when I went to pick up Spencer for the airport, my parents only live 20 minutes from the airport, so I stopped by and we had a good conversation, me and my mom, um, and I admit my mom and I tease each other a lot, and my mom's deaf, and I don't mean hard of hearing, I mean deaf, and so what I did is, she has a cell phone because she texts people, she gets on Facebook, that kind of stuff. She's still pretty socially active through her phone. And what I did was, this week, I while I was there, I called her. I actually called her phone number and it answered, or it rang, and she reached over and smacked me, and she's like, I can't answer that. So anyway, um, I was just, yeah, being a dork. But
Uh,
my mom does not get offended. By the way, she'll joke right back. A few minutes later, she actually called my phone, knowing that she couldn't talk to me or even know when I answer. So no, she gives it to me right back. So please don't feel like I'm picking on her. We joke with each other, and I mean, she's been deaf all her life, so it's not like it's new to her being deaf, and she does not take it any sort of bad way when we joke around with her. Oh man, this does not want to go in. I have never seen stuff going in the back of these little air tanks. I almost need to grab my tweezers. There it goes. It's not wanting to go in. Okay. So this is an interesting character. It's got the mohawk and the flamethrower. I am only 5 from 900. It is awesome. Hello, Mayo. How you doing? And oh, I'm sorry. I'm behind. Mayo says he's not dead. Well, are congratulations in order? I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. Mayo, it's good to see you. And that I'm not joking. That I'm being serious. Good to see you. And Yolo says, "Hey Mayo, whoa, can you do ASL, American Sign Language?" No, I cannot. And the reason I can't is because my grandparents were very old school. And got to remember, my mom was born during World War II, so um, her parents did not want my mom to be at a disadvantage, and so my mom went to normal schools, but then she went to a deaf school after school, that taught her American Sign Language and also how to read lips. And my grandparents' rule to my mom was she wasn't allowed to sign with someone who could hear. She had to speak to them. And you might think that's a little mean, and it is. It's a little. I agree, it's strict. However, my mom, her speech is not the normal. And I'm not trying to make fun of deaf people, but let's just call it a deaf accent. She doesn't really have that. Instead, my mom, it sounds like she speaks German, and she has a heavy German accent. In fact, a lot of people have asked that over the years is, oh, does she speak German? Oh, because she pronounces her W's as V's, and um, anyway. Um, so no, I don't have to. But as an interesting side note, before COVID, um, my mom used to go to lunch with her deaf friends because they all grew up in that area, and most of them have stayed in that area. And so she goes to lunch with them, and I've gone to lunch with them. And most of them were raised the same way my mom was, where their parents did not let them sign with people that could hear. And so I'll go to this lunch, and these ladies are throwing their hands around, sign languaging back and forth, having full conversations. And I feel like an alien because I have no idea what the heck they're saying. But then they'll stop, and they'll just start talking to me. And it's kind of like, oh, it's kind of like a surprise. They don't do those anymore because, unfortunately, my mom's almost 80, and most of her deaf friends have passed now. And in addition, a lot of them are still scared of COVID, even though things have calmed down on the COVID front worldwide. They're still, yeah. So that's the nicest way I could put it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say any of that either. Greg, can you sign language?
No.
Do you know a foreign language?
I know a little bit of Spanish though.
Okay. Is that something you took in high school?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. Did you take foreign languages in high school?
I did. I took German.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I took German for 3 years. Um,
Uh,
I'm not fluent in German, but when we lived in Germany, I was very conscientious of my lack of German skills. Let's put it that way, because I'm not that good at it. However, there were a couple times where, for whatever reason, I felt adventurous, and I just started talking to Germans on a train or a bus. And it's funny because the way Germans are, at least in the area I was in, because we were in, as they say, Mannheim, which is Mannheim in English, and we were about 45 minutes south of Frankfurt. Well, in that area, a lot of Germans speak English. And in that area, if you at least attempt to speak German, they'll laugh at you because you're butchering the language, and they'll say, oh, it's okay, we speak English. However, if you try to just speak English to them, they'll be like, oh, we don't speak English. And they'll tell you that in perfect English too, by the way. With no accents, nothing. It's just like, no, we don't speak English. So anyway,
it's kind of dumb.
it can seem that way, but I actually had a conversation with a German about that once, and I asked him, and his theory, and I don't know if it's all Germans because it's just one guy I asked, so I mean it could be just one guy's opinion, but he said that Germans just want the recognition that you realize that you're in their country and that you're a guest. But if you're respectful and you at least try the language, then that shows that you're showing respect for their customs. And yeah. So yeah, and I forgot about that. Yes, Mrs. Chip took American Sign Language in college for about a year. So yeah, she does. And in fact, I remember that Mrs. Chip and I, for a school project, this was I remember this was over 20 years ago. Um, but what we did was she had to go to a deaf play, and it was a play where the main actors sign languaged, but for those that could hear, they had a narrator playing on a speaker, so you could hear. So those who were hearing could hear it, and those who were deaf could read the sign language. And I remember being at that. Mrs. Chip a couple times was picking up on conversations between people there, and she's like, "Oh, that's so cool! I understand what they're saying to each other." And of course, I'm lost. So, um, yeah,
Uh, for you, they looks like their arms are spazzing out of control.
kind of. Um, so yeah, it was a little different, but yeah. And also, I'll say this: I have a lot of respect for my dad because having a deaf wife with 5 kids must have not have been very easy at all. And I can only imagine because I know how difficult marriage is when the people are mostly normal. I'm gonna get in trouble for that comment, but it's hard enough when people are mostly normal, and you add a disability like that on top of it, and I am sure that it just increases it tenfold on how hard it is to deal with it. So um, I got a lot of respect for my dad being able to do that. And my mom and dad are still married, and they're both still alive, and um, they will be celebrating 60 years of marriage this coming July. So lots and lots of respect. Okay. So here, oh, this doesn't even fit in the camera. Okay, I'll turn it to the side. This is kind of a little shop here. It looks like a little cell phone shop right here on the bottom level. This right here is just a little office. This, I'm not really sure what it is. It's besides radio antennas. Um,
Probably a disc jockey.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. What? Yeah. What if that's a radio station? Okay. All right. Well, let me set that aside so we can get started on bags 44 and 45. And Mayo says, "See you all next week. Be there, be square." Oh, he'll sorting party in 7 days. And Yellow said, "That's cool. I did not know there were deaf plays." Yes, there is. Okay, so these 2 bags are to be done together according to the instructions.
Did you have Spanish neighbors?
In California, yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I had a Spanish neighbor that kept me up all night with their quinceañera party.
Yeah. Well, where I grew up, the area was about a third Hispanic. And I actually became good friends with, and I'm sorry, I should show this character. His name was Raul. He lived 2 doors down, and hardworking guy. In fact, he taught me a lot of things that I know because he always needed help around the house, and so whenever there was something need fixing, he used to come over and knock on my door and see if I was available. And I used to go over there and help him out. He paid me a little bit, so a lot of respect for that man.
Have you ever been to a quinceañera before?
Oh yeah, I've been to probably 3 or 4 in my life. It's a big deal in their culture, and I think that's awesome because we tend to celebrate Sweet 16, right? Well, their culture, the quinceañera turning 15 is a big deal.
When I got home from school, I would just I didn't eat. I didn't take a shower. Just went straight to bed after school.
You talking about just once or every day?
Once.
Once, okay.
I just woke up the next morning. That's how tired I was the following night.
Oh, hey, John. John is here.
Mm-hmm.
60 years of marriage. Oh wow, I missed a lot of comments. Very true. Your dad is amazing. Yeah, my dad's a good guy. I've teased my dad that he's the kind of guy that after God created him, the mold was broken and they couldn't make any more like him. And I really mean that. That's not just like me kissing my dad's behind. He's probably never even going to see this. So I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm saying that because as far as the dad, um, my dad taught me a lot about being a father, and he taught me a lot about responsibility and hard work. So I'm grateful for him and the example that he set for me and my sisters.
You hope. I hope they live to get their 75th wedding anniversary.
I hope so, but 75th would make him over 100 years old. And I'm not saying he won't make it. I just don't know. But I sure didn't. I sure did enjoy going to the last show with him though, because he does model trains and I do Legos, so we go to a lot of the same shows. And I'm sorry, Greg, I kind of cut you off there. What were you going to say?
I can't remember.
I'm sorry, bud. I didn't mean to do that. All right, my phone's going off. Let me go over there so I can put it on silence. Okay, my phone is on silence. Sorry about that. Well, it's on vibrate, but yes. I remembered watching Doctor Who after school for a year. You know something? I watched Doctor Who too, and I know a lot of my schoolmates thought Doctor Who was weird, but I'll be honest with you, man. I like that show. He was very interesting, and yeah, he was a little odd, but that was kind of the his eccentric personality was part of the charm of the show. And there's a little bit of traffic in between John and Shauna. And for those who don't know, John, Shauna, and myself have known each other for shoot, I don't even know how long, man. It's been a long, long time we've known each other. And I'm talking over 10 years, probably longer than that even when I think about it. Yeah, it was longer than that. Because I was living in Germany when I met them both. And we came back from Germany in 2011. So even if I met them the day before I left, which I didn't, I would know them for 11, 12 years. So, and I know I met John towards the beginning of my stay in Germany. I can't remember at what point I met Shauna, but it wasn't at the very end. I know that. So, anyway, yeah, we've been friends for a long time. And if you're ever around us, you would know the jokes are plenty. They flow. And the fun part is sometimes you'll tell a joke, but you'll get more than one punchline because we tend to be pretty quick on our feet thinking. And, well, we tend to tell jokes that, oh, I'm sure we'd offend somebody somewhere knowing this world and how sensitive people can be. But I know we don't make jokes to do that, but we're the kind of friends that don't get offended by much. So we can joke about each other. We can joke about just about anything. You never joke around. Well, I've never heard a sarcastic comment out of your mouth either. And that's exactly the kind of stuff we say to each other back and forth. I was once made, they broke the mold because they were afraid to have more than one of me in the world. Okay. Hey, John, did you post them on Facebook? Oh, he's talking about his videos of Rue. And yes, John's is certainly a channel that I support. So if you guys would go see the John channel, and John, if you want to post a link in here, you are more than welcome to. In fact, please do share a link to one of your videos. And Shauna is agreeing with me that it has been longer than that because her dad passed away 10 years ago. And you're right. I attended that funeral. So, yeah, you're right. It's been a long time. Okay, post it. It's good to have friends like that. Just picture so my new life in Florida with my new dog. And yes, John, I hope you posted the one about her in the swimming pool. That was a really cute video. And for those who don't know, Rue is just a very adorable little dog. She's a beagle, if I remember right. I ain't too good with all the dog breeds. There's a lot of them. That's why cat breeds are easier. Short hair, long hair. That's about it.
Yeah. You're more of a cat person?
I am now that Enzo is being a turd. No, I'm just kidding. No. Enzo's actually been really good. He really enjoyed the car ride today. I took him with me for that 2-hour trip. And I gotta admit, man, I am beat. I am really surprised. I haven't been yawning. That was just a really, really long trip. But I'm gonna have my mower serviced. Besides just getting the charging system fixed, I plan on getting other things fixed on it. Like, well, not fixed, but like the blade sharpened. Because the mower's a little bit over a year old and I've never done that yet. And I figure since I already have it an hour away at a repair shop, I might as well just have them do that as well. That's not going to be covered by the warranty, but oh well. Oh, is Spencer? I shot at Spencer a long time. Yeah. Yeah, I think the last time Spencer saw you was 10 years ago. Spencer's just a little bit taller now. Not a whole lot, just a little. And I'm just kidding, man. Spencer's way taller. Spencer was like, I don't remember. He was like, what, not even 10. He was like 8 years old when we went out there. And Spencer's now what, 6'1", 6'2", something like that. I don't know. You'll have to ask him, but he's a tall glass of water. John, you and my
Uh,
dad had a good time chatting on a couple occasions. Cool.
uh, sounds like he looks like he should be on a basketball team.
Yeah. Oh, snap. I did that wrong. Let me fix that. Spencer was like shoulder last time I saw him. I think that was 2004. I forgot about that. You did come out to Virginia to visit a few times. My goodness, my memory is just not what it should be tonight. But you're right, Shauna. That did happen because you went to go visit your friend Aaron out there, and we lived about what was it? About 30. Well, with no traffic, about 30 minutes away. But with normal traffic, it was almost an hour sometimes. That's how way DC traffic runs.
Houston traffic is the worst in the
Which
South.
traffic?
Houston,
Oh, okay.
it's like World War I. Like like each day you're trying to take a foot of space.
Okay.
You know how World War I trench warfare is.
Yes.
Mhm.
Did you know that the first instance of trench warfare was, well, I can't say the first instance. I can say this, from what I remember, that um, trench warfare was actually used in the Civil War here in the U.S. It was towards the end of the war, and it was near Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, I know. That's a useless fact you'll never use anywhere else. Let's see. He said, I knew my history. And Mr. McBallen says, I've been well. How about you? As my dad said, I've only grown a little, a few feet. And John says, I've been promoted at work a short time ago. And congratulations again, John. And last time was at the wedding in 2014. Okay. All right. Oh, shoot. I got that wrong. Oh, no, I did not get that wrong. Okay. Well, I need to pay attention here. So, yeah, we've been running about an hour, and we are going to definitely finish this bag and quite possibly the next, because the next one is part of this building, and I just want to get this done so that on Tuesday will be my last live stream for this building, and then I won't do one on Friday because, like I said, I'll be at a show. However, the following Tuesday after that, I will actually be the day of my surgery, so I definitely will not be having a live stream. And actually, I won't be having a live stream for probably a couple weeks because I talked to my doctor, and I think I'm looking at this, or he says that I'm looking at this with rose-colored glasses. That it's going to be a lot harder than I'm thinking it's going to be, the recovery. So I'm not going to push it. If I don't feel it, I'm not going to do it. So shoot, there we go. You oppressed my dad, John, which was hard to do. Congrats, John. Shauna, our team lead for Modine Heater HVAC. And I like this little stand. It's a little microphone stand. And let's see, what are the comments? Good, I want to go finish it. I've been doing great. Left my husband and saving money, filed for divorce. So I've been much better since leaving him, so much less stressed and so much happier. Awesome, Shauna. I am happy for you. And honestly, I'm not going to get into your personal business on here. All I can say is that I think, knowing you and knowing how long I've known you, I will say I think that was a very good move. That's all I'm going to say. So I hope the rest of this goes well for you. John, I'm firing my doctor. I'm starting interviewing holistic healers. Okay. And Shauna Ha, I have a love for Civil War history. Oh, it's John. I'm sorry. John again. And John, sorry it didn't work out. I'm so rusty on my Civil War history. I used to know so much about Civil War. Unfortunately, you don't use it, you lose it. And that is correct. And I will say another thing about the Civil War. One of the books that I like that is historical fiction about the Civil War and the Battle of Gettysburg, it's called Killer Angels. And that is a very excellent book. I don't want to give it away, but it does go over the couple days of the war in depth. And like I said, it is historical fiction, so it's not a completely accurate account. However, oh, that's not working. Why not?
I'm still pissed I can't play this DLC.
Well, I'm sorry. What are you trying to play?
Trying to play this DLC, but this game is acting stupid.
Which game you playing, man?
I'm trying to access this DLC for Batman Arkham Origins.
Okay. Oh shoot. I did something really wrong here. And I can tell I did because nothing is lining up. Oh shoot, I see it now. Oh boy. That's not gonna be fun. Oh well. You know what? I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna do it because I'm all messed up. So let me doctor this up real quick. Come to think of it, when I talk about John and Shauna and how we joke around a lot, that is really no different than me and my friend Jim, how we are constantly joking to the point where sometimes people that don't know us, that overhear us, they'll say stuff like they don't think we like each other, but we do. It's just the way we joke. And my dad and I are that way too.
Y'all have a brother and sisterly relationship, huh?
Yeah, we do. We're allowed to pick on each other, but no one else is allowed to pick on us. Does anybody here know who Tim Hawkins is? The comedian, the Christian comedian that sings a bunch of songs with a guitar that are completely wrong but funny?
No.
Well, I recommend looking him up. And if you really want to hear something funny, look up his thing about the aging rock stars and how he says they don't have to stop playing their music, but maybe they should update the lyrics because their age. And oh my goodness, he is good. Yeah, unfortunately, we did joke at your dad's funeral, which, to be honest with you, man, I hope we weren't disrespectful because I don't usually laugh at a funeral, but yeah, I agree. With your friend Kemma and your brother Dirk there and all that, we did have a good time, and we did probably joke a little too much considering the occasion. Okay, let's see. And I don't remember that the name of that family, and don't say it on here because I'm not trying to give away people's identities, but that family that I stayed with while I was there for the funeral. I don't remember their names, but he was a farmer. Um, they were some really, really good people. And I remember talking to him in depth about his farming and how he just had a real passion for doing it. Um, I can't remember. I think she was a school teacher, if I remember right. You know what? I really don't remember that. It's been, what, 11, 10 years ago? They're both fun, John. My dad would have wanted it. Okay. That's how my family deals with stress situation with inappropriate humor. Well, okay. Well, so does my family, to be honest. It's probably where I get it from. Is my family of origin. Okay, so let's see here. Make sure I. Oh, I am not doing that right. Let me. If I can even do this right now. This is hard. Whenever you have dark colors, and then you have these lights, that I use for my YouTube, um, it glosses off the paper and makes it extremely hard to see the instructions. So I'm acting like an old man because number one, I am, and number two, because I just can't see what the heck I'm doing.
How many bags you got left after that one?
Let's see. I'm on bag 45, and I think there's 53, so 8 more.
Looks like an extra long stream Tuesday.
It probably will be because I will just want to get it done, to be honest. Because if I don't do it, it's going to be a couple weeks because of my surgery. So um, yeah, count on a little bit longer of a stream on Tuesday. And we just put a sticker on here, kind of like an advertisement. And I like Ninjago because they like to do these stickers like this. And you know what? I'm actually glad I have my phone right here because, God, it's heating up in here. I'm going to, from my phone, turn on the air conditioner to the house. So freaking awesome. I love Nest. Well, I don't see the flat. Oh, there it is. John, my favorite Disney parks are Epcot and Animal Kingdom. I share that video out so you can see Mom's pool. Okay. And Train wants to charge me for remote access. What? No. No.
I've never been to Disney World.
Oh, you haven't?
Nope.
I've never been to Disney World, but I've been to Disneyland. Well, remember how I told you I was surprised I wasn't too tired? Well, I spoke too soon because now I am definitely feeling the effects of getting up early, driving a long distance, being out in the sun because I mowed my lawn before I turned in my lawnmower. So yeah, I love that pool. And John says yes, it's a subscription user service to remote control their thermostat. Well, actually, you need that for part of your job, or no? You're talking about okay. Never mind. Okay, now we're on bag 46, and this will be the last one for tonight. And I'm mostly doing this because I'm hoping that this really helps make the stream a little bit shorter on Tuesday, and also just because um, I think it'll finish this building. Are you into Ninjago much, Greg?
Nope.
No? Okay. Have you at least seen the movie?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Looks like I'll be calling Sony customer service tomorrow.
Oh, because you're yeah.
My guy for work.
Are they the ones that handle that game?
Nah, it's on both Xbox and PlayStation.
Okay. You know, okay. I'm not asking for sympathy for what I'm about ready to say. I'm saying this out of humor, but I'm being half serious as well. I am so sick of getting those stupid junk emails that says stuff like me or the PS5 and it's some girl not wearing enough clothing, if you know what I mean. And I'm so tired of those stupid advertisements because I'm just like, look, a girl like that ain't ever gonna have anything to do with me. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just telling you how it is. So when I get those stupid advertisements, I really just think they're dumb. I really, really do. So, and I'm sorry to say, but I would choose the PS5 every single time. Even though I don't play a PS5, I'd choose it every time.
You give it to your son.
Well, my son does actually play. Actually, I don't know if he plays the PS5, but he's got an Xbox or something. I think it's Xbox what he does.
Does he have a Series X?
I don't know. I'll be honest. The
That the
sun will do
one.
that to you. I'm sorry.
It looks like a mini fridge.
Um, I honestly don't know enough.
I'll
He
send
just
him.
got here. He just got here, and I haven't seen what he's got.
Uh, all this stuff is being shipped there.
No, actually, the plan is I'm going to be off work for 2 or 3 months, and when I feel well enough to drive, we're going to make a trip back to where he's from, North Carolina, and we're going to go ahead and put his stuff on my truck and do it because it's way cheaper than a U-Haul.
Gonna drive all the way to North Carolina, huh?
Yeah, the good news is though, he's got to help me do it.
At least going to see your granddaughter, huh?
Yeah, I should see her, and that'd be freaking awesome to see her. I haven't seen her in a while now. I haven't seen either granddaughter for a while. Oh, it is so. It is freaking hot in here.
Go get you
And
some ice. Go get you some ice cream or something.
actually, I do have a little bit left in the fridge, so maybe I will. And as an inside joke, sometimes my sister Kim watches my live stream, and as an inside joke, it's Vanilla Bean. It isn't really, but she'll understand the joke.
Oh, what ice cream always packs a punch?
Rocky Road?
Uh, oh yeah, I'm talking about the flavor.
Oh, I don't know.
Butterbean.
Okay.
You know who Butterbean is?
No. Well, what is it?
The the first Jackass movie that where he knocked Johnny Knoxville out cold in that retail shop.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't see that, but I have seen some of the stunts on there, and I saw the one where he tried jumping over a car, which I thought that was pretty stupid. But I mean, I get it. The show is all about doing crazy stuff. Yeah, I get it.
That's the name of the boxer that did it.
Some will do that to you. Yeah, Mom was filming that Fort Myers, Florida, where there are gators back there. Ooh. Um, nice. At least those gators can't get in. They could if they wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much experience with gators, but Greg lives in an area where there's gators.
And
Um,
John.
yeah. I'm watching some old Herbie Love Bug movies from the 1969 or 60s. I could use a hot shower. I walked through for an hour today, building up my step out for the air show that I'm going to in Orlando. Okay, cool, man. Um, yeah, Utah Hill Air Force Base has a yearly air show, but um, I think it actually had already passed because I think it was in July. But obviously, I didn't go this year.
Oh man, it's so hot out there. I felt like a red hot chili pepper.
Part of the band?
Uh, somewhat. Uh, you listened to their albums before?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, you might say I am one of their fans, but you know what? I didn't do something right here because yeah. You know what's funny
What is it?
is Lego actually told me to build this wrong. They reversed it in the instructions. You don't find too many mistakes like that with Lego sets, but you do.
My birthday is coming up.
Too bad she isn't chatting with us. Who's not chatting? Your birthday's coming up, you said. I'm sorry, I did hear you.
in the week after next Friday.
Have you made them plans yet?
Probably go get some dinner.
All right. Well, dinner's always a good choice, my friend. Can never go wrong with food. Just ask my waistline. That's it. It'll tell you. Uh-oh. Did not do that right. So we're building a little jukebox, it looks like, which I have a jukebox in my 50s diner that definitely looks different than this, and I'm not done with it yet. Your sister would be nice to chat with. Your rumor has it that NASA shuttle set is coming out. Another one? Okay. Are they going to do the Challenger and it's just a pile of pieces?
I think it's a shuttle with those fuel tanks.
Yeah, I know. I was just being a jerk.
Uh, are those called fuel tanks?
They call them booster rockets, but they really are. They really are what you're saying, though.
Uh, I heard the Technic Mars rover is a good set.
Okay. I need to keep myself more informed about new Lego sets because I really haven't been. And that does sound like a cool set. I like the space ones. I have most of the space ones.
Oh, Ford unveiled a new Mustang today.
How'd you like that?
Uh, it's cost $300,000.
Oh, never mind.
I'm going to send you a picture of it.
Okay.
It's called the GTD, and
Okay.
it's a mid-engine car.
What is a mid-engine car?
It's somewhat in the rear, like
Oh, okay.
if I had the money, I'll buy it in a heartbeat. Hmm.
Okay. Well, John, as far as chatting with my sister, when she is on here, she's quiet usually, which kind of bums me out because she is a good person to talk to. And I'm not saying this just because she's my sister. Um, she's an interesting gal. She runs a online fabric store, which, believe it or not, sewing is very much alive, and she really enjoys. She's had her shop for she's had it for quite a few years now. She pretty much sells anything related to sewing, really. Whether it be, go ahead.
She's a seamstress.
Yeah, she is, and she builds. I mean, she builds. Um, she likes making a lot of the older things, like 1800s era dresses. Um, she doesn't do too much modern stuff, although she does do some. Okay. Okay, so we're done with this bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a second over here, and I'm going to grab the rest of the set, move the camera back a little bit so you can see me add these new pieces to the set. I'll be right back. And just so you know, I know that not all of this is going to fit in the camera, so I'm just going to do the best I can. Okay. So this right here represents the first 1,063 steps, which is 46 bags. Appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Hit the like button if you would. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment below and turn on all notifications. All right, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next live stream, which we'll finish this up on this coming Tuesday. Have a good one.